Foundation of PHP. So, could anybody tell me what is PHP? Any idea about this language?
It's a scripting language.
General purpose scripting language.
One second. Scripting language, general purpose language. You said that right?
General purpose scripting language. Same.
General purpose scripting language.
It can be used to create dynamic websites.
It makes the web page dynamic.
Create dynamic web pages, right? Anybody else?
So it's mostly used for web servers.
Used for web server.
Yes, it's mostly used for web server.
Used for web server. Okay. Anybody else?
Sir, it is used for to develop web software-based web pages.
Develop web software, you can say, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is a server-side scripting language.
Server-side scripting language, nice. Server-side scripting language. Okay.
It's open source and easily available.
Great. Open source.
Easily available.
And easily available. Anybody else?
PHP supports wide range of database.
Sorry.
Apart from creating dynamic web page, it also interacts with databases.
Interact with database. Okay. Interact with database. Any input?
PHP. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. PHP.
PHP support a wide range of database.
Wide range of database, right? So it
Yes.
covers in this one, right? Wide range of database. Okay.
Sir, PHP scripts are execute on the server.
PHP scripts are
Execute on the server.
execute on server. Okay. Any point?
Runs on various platforms easily.
Run on
Various platforms like Mac, OS,
okay.
Linux.
Can run on different operating system, right?
Yes, yes.
Can run on different OS like Windows, Mac, Linux.
The PHP can generate dynamic page content.
Can generate
Dynamic page content.
dynamic page content. Okay. So you guys, you all are correct. You have shared your views. First, scripting language, right? We write script, right? Some syntax is already defined and we write the scripting. General purpose. What is the meaning of general purpose scripting language?
Commonly used.
Sorry, commonly used. Yes. General purpose means we can create different types of websites using this language, right? General purpose, you can see websites for your e-commerce websites, for your gym, for your cosmetic modeling, for traveling, for booking any ticket. So there are general purpose these things you can use. Create dynamic web pages. What is the meaning of here? Create dynamic web pages. Could anybody help me to understand? What is the meaning of creating dynamic web pages?
Content is updated regularly.
Content is updated regularly. Okay. Anybody else?
The web server respond to the particular user request.
Okay. So the pages you have created, the HTML page created now for the blogs and whatever the assignment you did. What are that page? Is that page is dynamic or static?
Static.
Static.
Static, sir.
Yeah, static, because you are writing something fixed that is not going to change. Wherever that page will be loaded, that content will be as it is, right? If you are hosting that page on any server, do you think that content is going to change in any way?
No, sir.
No. So basically there are two types of websites. First type of website is
Static.
static websites. Here contents do not change, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Another type of websites are dynamic websites, where contents can change, right? What is the meaning of this contents can change? You have this website, created a website of about yourself. You created your profile page, right? Like Priyanshu has created his profile page. He will write some HTML there, put some picture here, then whatever the bio is write, and he will host on the web somewhere, so that this will be available to the world. So do you know how the hosting of the websites works? Right now your pages are on the local system, but Priyanshu want to create his website www.priyanshu.com, right?
Yes, sir.
So I need to put this file on some server, right? If this was, suppose that profile.html, on the server I'll put the profile.html.
No, sir.
No. How you will be able to see this on priyanshu.com? You've created this HTML file, right?
Yes, sir.
Now it's visible in your local host. Priyanshu is created, but suppose that Mr. Bullet want to see your website, so you need to book this domain,
Yes, sir.
and if you book this domain need to be connect with a server, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And server, from where you buy the servers? Servers like GoDaddy or AWS or Azure or Bluehost or HostGator or Hostinger. So these are the places you buy the server here, so that you can put files on those servers, right? These are the providers, service providers, right? So they will
Yes.
provide you one control where you can copy your files, this provide.html here on this server, and you will connect this domain name. Domain name is given by some, like GoDaddy sells the domains, right? Some other website also sell. So you purchase the domain, you have buy also some space on a particular service provider like GoDaddy, AWS, Azure or Bluehost, HostGator or Hostinger. You have bought some space, right?
Yes, sir.
And you'll put this file here. And if someone is type this, my profile will be loaded. Clear how a particular HTML is showing on this www.html.com?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Okay.
between this server is one thing where your HTML is saved, right?
Yes, sir.
So within that, this and this on the server, there is also a web server. Web server, like you're typing this, one request is coming to the web server. Web server looks into the file, this file is there, then this will return here. So we talked about the web server in the last session, how web server is serving the files in the form of HTML, returning to the user. So if this file is only HTML, this will only return the HTML, right? So you have some idea how your one HTML file loaded on the server is coming into the website? Any question? Now you have you are accessing a website like you see irctc.com.
Yes, sir.
I think .in.
Yes.
What it does?
Book train tickets.
You search na?
Indian Railway.
Yeah, Indian Rebel website to book the tickets, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if I'm loading this website and just I'm showing to you irctc.co.in, I think this is the URL. This is the website.
Yes, sir.
So once I'm typing this request is where this request is going on?
Server.
Which server? Web server, right?
Server.
Web server.
And web server is on the server itself. first it goes to the web server. Web server looked into, I have loaded the first page now. I have what I tapped only this
The
one.
first page.
So that's why it's loading home page only, right? Now suppose
Yes,
that
sir.
I'm clicking register. So it's loading register page. You see here. If I'm clicking contact us, it's loading contact us. If I'm clicking agent login, it will see here ticket page is loading. So whatever the request, whatever the page I'm or the link I'm clicking, web server is serving those pages, right? This is one thing. Another thing is I am on home page. Suppose I am on here. This is my home page of the IRCTC. I want to book ticket from Bangalore. Sorry, I'm not sure why it's. So guys, I have to. Let me show where that is already logged in. irctc.co.in. So what I will use? My username and password, right? BHKHG, correct? Then it's logged in. So while I was entering username and password, what has happened? Can anybody tell me? While I was logging. Login. I was sending username, password, right?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Again, where this is going on?
Web server.
Web server,
Web server.
right? Now web server we looked into, it's submitted for the login, and we did that some login .php one files is written. Web server will send the data to this file, right? This file will see, suppose the username was ABC and password XYG, right? This user is logging. This information is cam. What it will do, PHP will try to connect database, right? What is the meaning of database? Where all the information of the users are stored, all the tickets information is stored, all the bookings are stored, all the trend information are stored, right? So where it will what is database? Can anyone tell me what is a database?
Collection of information and raw data.
Collection of information and raw data, correct. And all tables, database contains different tables, right? Table 1, table 2, something like customers table, you can say trains table, booking tables, cancellation tables. So in the customer table there will be all information related to the customers, right? So
Yes, sir.
what PHP will do, PHP will connect to the database and try to find this user from this customer table, right? Then it will return that if that user exists, it will return the records, and login.php tell that this user is existing in the database. Go to the search page And if you see, I've just logged in, my name is also coming here, right?
Yes, sir.
My username and name are started to come, and here logout also. So previously when I was not logged in, it was not there.
Yes, sir.
When I was first time on here, you see, here is no my name is there.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
But once I logged in, information is now coming here. And it's also showing that I have booked some tickets. So that information is dynamically changed. If I'm searching something, so now that information is changed. So this is called the dynamic websites, where information are going to change. I have logged in, my name is showing. You will log in, like Molly is login in the website. Whose name will come here?
Molly's name.
Molly's name.
Molly's name will come here. Here it will show the Molly's information on last transactions, right? Sorry guys, my schedule is
Yes,
showing. Schedule is showing up here something, so ignore that. So you understand what is the difference between a static website and dynamic websites? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please tell me if you are anyone facing problem to understand what is the difference between a static website and dynamic website. A static website is one where we put only the HTML tags and write some text and information, right? That is a static website. Dynamic website is that website where based on my login, based on my activities, information can be changed. I am searching ticket from Bangalore to, suppose I am typing on SPC, Bangalore to New Delhi, right? In any days. I am searching. I am getting some results, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this, whatever the information is coming here is changing. I have the
Yes,
layer. Yeah, I have the layout, I have HTML, I have CSS, I have also JavaScript is there. But you see, right now it's displaying this information. Now I'm changing this New Delhi to Hyderabad. I'm not sure Hyderabad or Kolkata. Yeah, this one. You see, again this information has changed because these are the trains available from Bangalore to Kolkata on this date. This request is going to whatever I'm typing, searching, whatever I'm searching here on the search page, again that is going to web server. Web server is sending data to the probably look into one file, search .php file, something will be there. It will send the data there that customer is looking to searching for information for this station from this to this, and now it will send the data to the database to look into trains table. Is there any trains available in this table? If yes, it will return some data, and web server again will show you results. So in the dynamic website, your information, what you are trying to search, or some, I am searching, I will have different result based on my searching. Molly is searching, she will have different information based on her searching, right? Jyoti is searching train stations or whatever the trains between two stations, her results may be different. So here informations are, what is happening, dynamically changing. So this is the big difference between dynamic website and static websites. Now, you see, even the website is dynamic, everything is coming to us in the form of what?
Static.
Static, I can see this source code. If I see page source, everything in HTML, CSS, right? Everything in HTML, CSS, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what has changed? Why? I'm searching and data is changing, but still that is coming in the HTML, CSS. Now, the point is, what is happening? Here I was searching or doing anything. Here is the server, web server, right? Here is HTML, here is PHP, here is MySQL, right? Data in this MySQL. I'm connecting the database through PHP, and I combine these two, put some data in the HTML, and final output I'll get in the form of HTML, and I'll send to HTML. You got?
Yes.
I'll put my dynamic data into HTML. So how it will look like? HTML I've created something like you had created a H1. It will be like a blank here, but I'll paste some data from database. I'll get here and put here some information, and then once it's prepared, I will send in the form of HTML to the browser. Client side. So you're clear about this, how this is working, how the contents are loading dynamically, getting data from our database. You're clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt, any question till now? Because this concept is required to understand the web development. Okay, great. Now, we are going to cover in this session of foundation of, first we are going to cover the foundation of PHP. The pointers will be introduction to PHP, PHP version and installations, setting of PHP environment, basic syntax, variables and data types, operators, and then we will see the advanced one. So right now we are going to this topic. Now first is introduction to PHP. So what is the full form of PHP?
Hypertext
preprocessor.
processor.
Hypertext preprocessor, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's a widely used open source server-side scripting language. What is the meaning of open source? Open source means available for everyone. Available for everyone. You do not need to pay for that.
Right.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Right? So you see how some people in the world are helping to create something. They are keep working, keep developing such thing, and they are not charging from you anything to use. So this is the, I think, biggest social service they are doing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You are able to use that language, and then you will create the website. You are able to get some jobs, and someone is there to create such languages. Definitely, they are earning from different way, but they have created something to so that people of this world can use this language and create the websites, and this website can help to others. So this is the one thing is that it's a open source server side scripting. Server side scripting means here, where was my PHP? Where is PHP installed?
Web server.
Web server.
Web server, or you can say on the server. So guys, there are two things always try to understand. PHP server, try to understand two things here. Server is something where you host your files are there, right? MySQL is different server which is serving your data. On top of that, there is a web server which will help whatever the request coming from the web, it will respond, and within that it will connect with the different servers. MySQL servers is there, file server is there, different servers are there. So my PHP is there on the server, right? And I start my web server should keep running so that PHP code can be executed, right? And one of the web server is Apache. I've already shown this one, Apache one. Apache server or IIS, right? I hope you remember I have some Microsoft IIS, Apache server. So these are some of the web servers. So we need to install this one, and if any request is coming, it will come to the Apache web server. It will then send to the whatever we want to do, PHP or MySQL, or and this will then serve to web server, and this will return here, right? So server side is scripting that whatever I'm creating the files are on the server. PHP files will be on the server. It was originally created by Danish Canadian programmer Rasmus Ladoff in 1994, right? And since then there are lots of improvement, evolution happened in this language, and for web development mainly it was in use. You can use this in HTML, and you can create dynamic web pages and applications. Key features. First is versatility. So it can be used for a variety of tasks, including server-side programming, command line scripting, or even you can develop some desktop application using a PHP also. So that is, there is different library. So we are not going to touch that desktop application. We'll look into server-side scripting. Platform independent, as we already told that PHP can run on Windows, Mac, Linux, Unix, can run there. Database integrations, you already told that while we are talking here, already talked about database, wide range of databases, right? One second, my charger. So database can be integrated with multiple, PHP can be integrated with multiple databases. Databases can be MySQL, Postgres, MongoDB, or SQL Server, or Oracle. This can be integrated, right?
Yes.
Extensive library support. So there are lots of libraries already available and frameworks like Laravel, Symfony, Coordinator for the rapid development. So like we are talking in the JavaScript, there are some frameworks like React or Angular. Similarly, if you are developing any application in the server side, there are some frameworks like Laravel, Symfony, Coordinator. So in this session in this next few days, we'll cover Laravel, Gent framework, and one is WordPress. We are also look into scalability. So if you're developing any application in PHP, you can scale that application at the next level, and you can create even the large enterprise level application, small to large both. So where commonly this PHP can be used for the web development? You all know maybe that can be blogs or e-commerce. Content management. Content management means like you're creating some blog, and you, instead of creating the HTML for the each pages, you created the website once, and you have some control that you can just post the data and new page will be created in the front. So you understand what is the meaning of content management? Here, if you see this search result I was looking for, right? Or any blogs, website, do you think the different pages will have different HTML or same HTML when data is changing? What should be like that? If I'm creating a website, blog website, and my detail page, I have 10 pages, 10 blogs I have created, 10 content I have created. So what will be the best way? Do you create 10 HTML separately? Is it good way? Or I should create a single page and I will dynamically change the content based on the information I am writing for different blogs? Which will be the better way?
Second one.
Second one? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, when there was no any language, server-side language, at that time people always create HTML file for different information and they upload. But what happened now? You have only one page and data is coming, and that HTML is same, only data is changing, right? So same thing is the content management system. You're creating some blogs or something like that, or you want to display the detail page of anything. You have to not multiple times create the HTML file. You created the layout once, and you have created the layout where you have put the data, title, description, image, upload, one form saved in database, and that will come on that website. You have to not create the HTML page again for the display of that information, right? So that is known as the content management system. You can also develop e-commerce solutions. So guys, can you give me example of e-commerce solutions? What is the meaning of e-commerce?
Amazon, Flipkart.
Amazon, Flipkart. So you can create e-commerce website, your own website can create, landing homepage you can create, product listing you can create, category listing you can create, you can shopping cart you create, like add to cart, view the cart, make payment, integrate some gateways in the website, payment gateways. You can do some inventory management. So all these things you can do with the PHP. Web application development, definitely web application you can do using PHP. API development. What is API? Anybody?
Application programming interface.
Application programming interface. Can anybody tell me what the meaning of this and what it does? What is the meaning of application programming interface?
It provides interface between applications.
Yeah, correct.
So is a set of rules and protocols, we can say.
There is set of rules and protocols are there, but the major thing is that application programming interface is able to communicate between two systems, two applications, right? Not system, two applications. Like you searching yatra.com, right? If I'm searching yatra.com, right? So if I'm searching only New Delhi to Mumbai and I'm choosing any date, I'm searching the flight, right? So you see, you are able to see the result of SpiceJet, Akasha Air, Indigo. So this one yatra able to give information from different carriers, different these flights. So internally Yatra, what Yatra is doing? Connecting with different these and able to show the price and everything. So internally Yatra application is connecting to the SpiceJet application internally through what?
API.
Through API. So Yatra has nothing such databases, the information about what are the seats available, what are the flights available, what are the prices. It's just show something, right? Based on some previous search or previous information fetched from different websites. So this is how we have, but it's collectively giving information from different service aeroplane providers, you can say the flights. So that's why Yatra is helpful. Either you have to, once you go to the Akasa website, once you go to the SpiceJet website, once you go to the Indigo, and you will search. But here, it's connecting to different through APIs and giving all the information about different flights at the same place. So you are able to easily compare and choose which one better suits according to your time and money. So this is the use of one of the use of API I'm giving you. Also you can do the command line scripting, like you can just command line means, what is command line? Anybody, what is the command line?
Maybe writing in the command prompt.
Yes, writing something in the command prompt. So PHP script can also be write in command prompt and do some work. You can do some processing, you can do file manipulation and system administration, right? Now advantage of PHP is it's open source. This is the bigger advantage. I have to not worry about I have to pay where I will find or I have to pay someone bribe to get the PHP. Nothing is there, right? It's easily available. It's open source. Easy to learn. So PHP is, if you're learning, if you're already know about C, or if you don't know about C, PHP is literally very easy to pick up by the beginners. You can also do the rapid development. So meaning of rapid development is fast development. So there are already some libraries, frameworks like Laravel coordinator, Symfony coordinator, that Gent framework are available, and using those you can do rapid development. Compatibility. So same PHP can work on different types of web servers like Apache, Nginx, Microsoft IIS. Cost effective, since it's open source, then it runs on most of the web servers, and hosting PHP application is generally more affordable compared to the proprietary solution. What are the proprietary solution? Can anybody tell me? Proprietary means here one solution is using Ubuntu and PHP were hosting here. Another is Microsoft and hosting PHP. This is using IIS web server. This is using Apache. Which will be cheaper, this or this?
PHP.
Definitely PHP.
Yes, sir.
This is also open source. This is also open source, and this is licensed. This is licensed, right? So hosting on the hosting PHP on the proprietary is relatively costly, right? And it's going to be dominant in force in the web development, powering millions of websites and applications worldwide. So guys, you see Facebook, one of the example I'm going to give you. Right? So this website is also developed in PHP. Definitely they have used lots of different technology also in this website, but this is also in PHP. And Facebook is one of the dominant website in the web world, right? So you should understand that if you're learning this programming PHP such a nice way, so by your 10x effort, 10x ways of thinking, you can create a website like Facebook, or you can create something bigger than what I have some ideas, some task is given by your organizations or something else. So don't think that you're learning PHP and something is not bigger you can create. You can create bigger to bigger website using PHP, right? Now, before going to versions and installations, okay, let's cover that also. PHP versions. What is the meaning of PHP version? Anybody?
Changes or updations takes place year by year.
Changes and updation takes place year by year, right? So, when PHP was released, I've just shown to you. When was it released?
1994.
1994, right? And now it's 2024. How much years?
30.
30 years, huh?
Yes, sir.
So, if any language developed PHP in this year, definitely some basics was written at that time, basic PHP, something very smaller start of the PHP, right? Something it was doing. But to make this language competitive with other languages like Java, .NET, this language has also adopted some approach to keep enhancing, keep updating so that it can meet the demand of developing latest and some fast and efficient languages, web applications. So different versions of PHP released, like PHP 4, PHP First Camp, PHP 1, 2, 3 definitely should be there, PHP 4, PHP 5. Which always there are lots of new things added and something which was not needed, it was deprecated, means removed. In PHP 5 removed, something added new efficient way, something was removed. Then PHP 6 was not released, right? then PHP 7, and within that 7 also, or 6 or 5, there are different versions also, like 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.6, different sub versions. 7 was released, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4, then PHP. Right now, which one the version of PHP? What is the latest version of PHP? 6, 5, 6, 7 or 8? PHP 8 is the current one, right? And within that, PHP 8.1, 8.2, 8.3,
3.
right? So
Yes.
we are here. So why these different versions? Because something new to added to address the development process or development process, and if something was written in the previous version which was not needed, it was deprecated and more enhanced features added. So this was continuous process happened. So different versions of PHP was released, right? So where you can find the PHP versions? What is the official website of PHP? Anybody can tell me? php.net, right? So this is the official website of PHP. So you can see, like they have released this 8.34 in this 14 March last month only. They have also released 8.217 14 March only. 15 they released 8.216. 8.33 was released earlier 15 Feb. So in parallelly they keep releasing, keep improving, keep releasing, keep improving, right? You see?
Yes, sir.
Older entries. They also perform some conference, PHP conference in Japan. They have did some conference. So one second. This was 24, 23. You see, in 23 year, different versions are released. Then, if you see 2014, PHP 5 was released at that time. So lots of archives are there which was released. So you have to note. So right now, these days, most of the website are either in PHP, they have already migrated to PHP 8.0 or 8.1, or the new development are 8.2, right? 8.3 is latest release, so right now people are trying, and some of the website maybe you will see PHP 7.6 or 7.4, older websites, because once a website is developed and released on the server, for few years it should keep running, right? Suppose you in this year in 2024 develop a website using 8.5, PHP version 8.1. So that website probably keep running for at least 2-3 years. And if you have to upgrade PHP to 8.2, that website should support. So maybe some changes we need to do in that website. So we'll learn this 8.2, right? Using PHP 8.2 we will learn. So maybe you go to some organization, some world old websites come to you to look into, so you should familiar with what was in, if you are learning 8.2s, website come you for 8.0, maybe something is introduced in 8.2 but what is not here, so you should know some difference between what are the little difference between these and these. There is not a bigger difference between this and this, but there are little additions are there, new offerings added. So little understanding should be there. What is the between, what was the new in 8.0 then 7? What is the difference between 8.1? What are the new features added in 8.1? And what are the new things added in 8.2? So if you are going to build your career in PHP, you should know these different versions, changes and offerings. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Any question?
Yes, sir.
Any question? So just one quick question. What is Apache?
Server maybe.
Web server. Why we need web server?
To
What?
connect with the database.
To connect with the database. Okay. Anybody else?
For processing request.
To processing request and give some response, right? Great. Anybody else?
And use security purpose.
Used for? Used for?
Sir? Security purpose.
Security
Use
purpose.
for-
Yeah, web server has some security purpose also. But the major thing is that web server is for serving the request, right? What if the request is coming, server will look into its file, PHP, connect to the database and give response to the web server. Web server will give response to your browser, right? So now let's have a 15-minute break and then we'll connect again, right?
Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
guys.
can I share my screen, sir, about the assignment?